This is Nikki Stringfield.
This is Patrick Kinnison.
We love creativity talking.
Keep it heavy.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. What's happening, gents?
Hi, guys.
Hanging out.
What's happening, everybody in chat? Already hanging. Nice.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Yeah, we'll get to the Band-Maid in just a second here. All right. How's everyone's week going?
Good.
Got it over with.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Right on. All right. Hey, Nirvana played last night.
Really?
Yeah. They had a reunion for the Fire Aid. So, the remaining, 3 members of Nirvana played, and then St. Vincent played a tune, and then Dave Grohl's daughter played a tune.
Wow.
And then Joan Jett didn't, and then someone else, I can't remember the 4th person because short-term memory.
Right, that's been gone.
Yeah. Also, looks like Gilby Clarke is now playing with the great Alice Cooper.
Oh.
That'll be interesting.
No more Nita Strauss, or she?
Who knows? Maybe there's something else, some tour date conflicts or something.
Yeah, she's concentrating on her solo career. And I thought that Orenthi, I know I say that wrong, I thought she was coming back, but I guess not. So, yeah. Alice, he's going to get himself a good guitar player there no matter what.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. So Queensryche is starting their European tour, the Origins tour.
Mm-hmm.
Billy Corgan starting a podcast. Welcome to the space. Of course, he'll have a gajillion viewers, like, episode 1, you prick. That dude, it just annoys me when like big people go, oh, I'm going to start a podcast. Here's $17 million to a PR firm. And then they got like 6 million viewers,
Well,
how many of them are real? Who knows?
Has its perks, right? So
yeah. And it looks like Sum 41 summed it all up last night with their final show up in Canada. And then one of my go-to bands, Red Fang, announced a 26-song collection of rarities, covers, and leftover tracks. If you haven't seen Red Fang, they make the best videos. Just funny as hell. But absolutely. What's going on in the comments there, Jason?
Let's see who's here. There's Roger's there. And we've got Big Al. And Michael Mintz is with us, too. Very good.
The historian.
Right.
What's up, Mike? Oh, yeah. ATL says hello.
Hello. Got to do like Seinfeld.
Hello. 1974. RYO's in the house. All right. And Rick's going to be joining us from B-Drag's reaction. Let me make sure I said B-Drag's Den reaction. What's happening? Thanks, Rick. Well, we'll get you on in a second here. Yeah, Queensryche is without Jeff Tate. Jeff Tate's been solo for 12. 10.
Although Jeff Tate announced, I'm sure you guys heard, he is going to be doing Operation Mindcrime 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to release a song a month, which is interesting.
Yeah,
and it'll be interesting because he said could be a continuation. As you guys all know, Operation Mindcrime is my all-time favorite album. Mindcrime 2 was disappointing. So I'll see what Jeff does with Mindcrime 3. I hope he ends that saga on a killer note, because
that would be great.
It's still an unbelievable album.
It would be a great end cap, because if that album is spectacular, that's a good place to stop recording.
Yeah, think
I'm
about
not
that.
He should. It's just as far as don't want people to freak out. But so Mr. Jeff Tate, and we've done right here on the channel, we've done Queensryche career retrospective, album by album, track by track, where we listen to every single song within a 2-week period, and then we break down the entire career from A to Z. And the Queensryche one is quite wonderful. But yeah, there was some hiccups there with the writing when they started to, they tried to capture that same magic, and it just didn't happen because that album was a gift, and also I think hurt them at the same time because they're always trying to live up to the standard of how great that album is, and that's just got to haunt you,
And DeGarmo was not on 2.
Yeah.
And as much as I love Jeff Tate, DeGarmo was huge for Queensryche. So you lose a brilliant mind like DeGarmo.
Oh, for sure. And speaking of another brilliant mind coming back, we've got Warren DeMartini.
Yeah.
Back with Stephen Piercy. They're not going to call it Rat, so I think some bands just get too convoluted with their drama and all that stuff, But anyway, hey guys, Band-Maid. We'll get there, don't worry.
I think the interesting
show that we do.
The interesting dude, where you mentioned the Garmo or Martini and Piercy at M3, is the second night is going to be David Lee Roth.
Oh, I'm well aware.
I would love to see what he does. Is he going to be David Lee Roth the rocker, or is he going to be David Lee Roth the Vegas lounge act? What's he going to do?
How much do you drink, Fred? Have you not seen
Enough.
David Roth in the He's not going to show up in the assless chaps if that's what you mean. He'll be doing his soft shoe.
Oh, then it ain't worth it.
The dressed up as a jazz guy, probably. But he's he said he was retired a couple years ago, and I guess now he's not. So.
Well, apparently his doctors told him never to sing again ever. So he's going against doctor's orders. So that'll be interesting.
Well, it wasn't singing; it was performing. It's a physical thing, not a voice thing. I mean, Dave's never had the best voice to begin with, but he's a brilliant entertainer. But
he was a phenomenal frontman. Phenomenal.
Yeah, look at this Big Al 63. Some bands don't even know anything but drama. It's a shame. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's why I dislike Pink Floyd even more. Let's see. Roger, the request master. I prefer to leave Diamond. Oh, let's see, Diamond. See, Dave's one of my. He's one of my favorites. So, gotta love Dave. Everyone wanted to be him for a while there. Anyway, Band-Maid. So we're doing the MAIDSTREAM, and we're doing Best of Bass. So let's see. I think got something else to cover. Oh yeah. So the Discord server's getting. We're tweaking it, just learning it. Sorry if it's not working as fast as it should be, but here's some of the stuff you can get with the levels over on Patreon. There's some stickers and guitar picks. We got a T-shirt, and of course the right here, nice and embroidered. And
that color is so you, V. That color is so you.
Nice. And then this is one of the gifts going forward. And then beyond that, we'll talk more. But hey, if you're a musician, you're out in California, you got affected by the fires, email musiccaresrelief@musiccares.org or call 1-800-687-4227. If you work in the music business for at least 5 years, you can. There's a $1,500 stipend available to you. So yeah, all righty. Let's load this up.
Michael Mintz wants to know. He said, "What? No bongs or mugs?"
We could do mugs if you want. Bongs, no.
I'm surprised. Also, Michael, I'm with you on that one.
Yeah, maybe some rolling papers. You can get those custom made, but yeah, the bongs, no. I see enough of those at the place I'm at all the time. All righty, let's go. Sorry, different place here today. And away we go.
Breaking new gate.
Okay. Wrong video. Holy shitstorm, man.
What did you say?
What the hell?
Short-term memory?
Yeah. What I did is I named him the same stupid.
Right.
Unbelievable. Hey, we don't edit here at Creativity Talk, and we fall flat on your face right in front of everybody.
Well, I mean, I didn't know it. Probably nobody would have known if you hadn't said anything. You should have just let it play.
Yeah.
I spent time on this friggin' thing, man. Anyway.
Obviously not enough time.
How about it? Who else needs a cigarette?
So watch the Grammys tomorrow night when Vince gets nominated in the best editing category.
Yeah.
I might be dangerous if I had some real editing software.
I hear you.
All right.
That was nicely done. Nicely done.
Thank you. All right, yeah. So best of bass, people. What are your favorite bass? Your favorite bass lines in Band-Maid songs? Anybody? I'm gonna try to figure out how to get Rick on here. Anybody? Favorite bass? And
drawing a
Kai?
blank. Sorry.
All of them?
Jason, you're the bass guy. Lead us
All
off,
right.
Jason.
All right, I'm going to do some dangerous. I'm going to send the link in the chat because I can't figure out how to get you the link, Rick. So, sorry, man. Pulse Kebab, I know you wanted to hop on too. Here's the link. If you guys want to join.
Bill B said her bass and Zen is awesome. We got Honkai solo from now on. So there's some Keith Meyer says Dice.
Her bass and Zen is awesome. Yeah, the new one is really good. The new tune.
Yeah.
And I think that was like, well, it's had some weird number. The fastest to get to 1 million views or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm probably wrong. No God, 1, 2, 3, 4. Parking lot. We got Puzzle. All right. Dice by Keith says Dice. Roger. All righty. Oop. Every Misa bass solo and trade off with Akina Konami. Absolutely. Or About Us.
Onset. Wild Wolf said onset for him.
That's sort of the clang. Whoop. Man, sorry. I go to click on something and the chat goes, whoo! It's pretty funny. Let's see. Paul 247-2 says influencer. All righty. Onset. Let's see. Manners Black Hole from the COVID live stream. Oh, I don't think I've seen the COVID live stream. Every Band-Maid song says being for life. Absolutely. Don't tell me live at Yokohama. Let's see here. All right, guys, read the comments. I'm going to have to try to do some background stuff here.
Yeah, we did that. Michael Mint says influencer is good.
Right now. Let's see here.
Let's see. Lataro said why intro.
Okay.
And let's see. ATL said don't you tell me live. Zep Tokyo.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out here. Yeah, Roger, if you can, I can post the link again if it's too much of a scroll job because they're coming in quick.
Let's see.
Yeah, so I did a little research because we don't really know a lot about the band. We've just like been experiencing music as we do the reaction video, so we don't have a lot of the band history. You guys have like basically informed us.
Taught us.
So I was doing a little deep dive, watched most of the Misa documentary today, and she went to Japan's School of Music. Is it School of Music or Academy?
Oh wow.
Yeah, and she was with another band for like 5 years before she joined Band-Maid, and actually almost left Band-Maid, but then she became integral in the recording. But someone who knows a lot more about Band-Maid than we do, ladies and gentlemen, here's Rick from B Drag's Den. What's up, Rick? How are you, sir?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
We got you.
I'm doing all right. You guys sound like you're having fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. I was invited here, so I'm enjoying the experience.
Well, hey, we don't know what the hell we're doing either. So it's all good. We're just a bunch of people enjoying music, and I don't know how you found Band-Maid, but man, once we tripped across this band, literally almost, because someone said, "Hey, check this out." What is this? How come they are not the biggest band in the world? Literally,
I'm getting a lot of voice at once.
You getting echo?
Yeah, I don't know how to get rid of that.
Okay, there's 3 buttons by the microphone in your
the
thumbnail
mute button,
and then there should be a
there's like a settings.
There's a delay too,
and then the echo cancellation is there. In the thumbnail of you, underneath the main.
I see a mute button, a stop cam, a settings, a preset.
Settings. I think he wants to go into settings, right?
Yeah, you go to
yeah. I'm sorry.
Settings first.
Go to
Okay.
settings,
and then go
audio.
Go to audio.
Yeah.
And then you should see the box that says echo cancellation. Echo. Isn't
that funny how everyone goes when you to check for an echo? Everyone says echo. You know that's always
power of suggestion, right?
Right. Yeah. All right, Rick. How did you find Band-Maid?
Well, now that I can hear everybody in one sequence now.
Well, thank you. Good night. We're done.
Yeah, exactly. Now I can hear myself coming. Now I'm getting myself back.
Mm.
Let me see if I can figure that out.
All righty. Yeah, Tokyo School of Music says Michael Mintz. Exactly.
Hang on. I'm gonna. Hang on. I think I might have found something here.
Vince ATL said V just sent you a link in DM.
Okay, I think I might have done. Kid, how you guys doing now? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we got you.
Yeah, can you hear us okay? Any echo? Y'all good?
Yeah, I think I'm getting everybody now, but I'm hearing all of you at once still, but because you're all talking at the same time, which is okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. Well,
yeah, I think I'm good now.
Right now, we're all 2 people from Chicago, 1 from New York. So
and I'm still coming in late. I'm just going to go ahead and let you guys know because I have the question.
Yeah.
I can hear myself talking right now of everything I just said in the past. Yeah, let me try to go back into this. I'm screwing this up for everyone. Well, my technology is for that.
No worries, man. You should see what we do.
Right. I'm going to go ahead and click on the link again, so we'll see.
All right. No worries, man. All right. He'll be right back. Yeah, there's always technical difficulties. This is why TV shows tend to be taped.
That's right.
Yeah. So Saturday Night Live taped before a live audience. Chicago versus New York style pizza. There is only
Chicago.
Pizza.
New York.
Pizza's not meant to be folded like a paper airplane.
Yeah, it's got to have the grease dripping out of it. That's,
Pizza is not made to be folded in half. I'm sorry, New York. I'm sorry.
Yeah. That's cheese bread,
Okay, so Thursday night I saw Marty Friedman from Megadeth,
right.
And his band. Marty lives in Japan, and his band was all from Japan.
Yeah.
So the funny thing was he brought them all up there at one point when he introduced them, and he said, "What's your favorite thing about America, and what do you hate about America?" And his guitar player said, "I love the hamburger." And the other thing he said is, "I hate your water pressure." and the drummer got up there, and the drummer was freaking hilarious. He said, "I hate your toilet paper." He goes, "When I go poo poo, it breaks up." He was hilarious.
You just got to get the thicker stuff. Rick, how's it going, buddy?
It was on my end. I got it fixed.
Oh, cool.
No worries. Right.
Just don't go into YouTube and go to the page, and then you give me a link and let 2 windows open up that have the sound and everything going at once.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Where's that coming from?
Oh yeah, and I kept hearing myself, and that was atrocious. The question was, how did I hear about Band-Maid?
Yeah,
it came in tandem almost with the warning. So I think it was Roger, I believe. Roger Chance has everybody's number on this.
Yeah.
And I remember doing that particular, I think it was Automatic Sun from the MTV Awards. So I did them. And then somebody mentioned Band-Maid. And I'm like, Okay, I'm up for anything. That's what the channel's about. And so I put them on, and the one thing, it was I can't remember the initial song. It was a video. I was really impressed by the video. What stood out the most was the drumming, and that got me hooked. I was like, who's this drummer? Because she was just spot on and just a lot of great fills. So I couldn't get over the drumming part of it. So from that point on, I started to really enjoy their stuff. The requests came in, and they have a great fan base. So that brought me in even further. So not just like liking the music, but the fact that people were like, enthused. Same thing with The Warning, though, and they're very talented. Not a mistake that they cross paths.
No, not at all. And probably the two next generation's biggest bands that will dominate going forward. With all these, we talk about all these, me and Jason come from production, on the production end of it, and so we're always talking about, like the business cycles for touring bands and such, and da-da-da-da-da. But all these legacy bands are going away, and those spaces need to be filled. And it's not like the generation in between really has the content of bands that weren't just one album.
The thing with music, the music is starting right now to get back to some early rock and roll stages.
Yeah, and be fun again.
You can't help progress in music to go without now going back to something else. Something else is always going to be brought along, and it's getting so saturated with different styles and how people approach music that even though it takes from a lot, it can still sound original just because of the influential part of it.
Right.
I've never played an instrument. I know enough about a guitar that I can probably tune it if you give me the right equipment, not by ear, of course.
Yeah.
But I know what I enjoy, and you're right. I mean, these are two that could carve a pathway. If enough people get to hear them.
Right. I mean, that's the only thing. They just need to be in front of people. But but thanks to the Foo Fighters for letting them open, and that's huge.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's what's good about the older artists, and when I say older, I mean that very respectfully. Their ability to come along board with these people, especially the ones that do cover tunes of them, and they do them so well. It's such an homage to the past. And when somebody takes the time to do it well and keep everything within the artist's liking, if you will, and give it that respect, then it exposes some of the newer audiences to older music, and it just marries everything up.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was totally cool, because we reacted to their Facebook video that they did, and then 10 years later, the huge production, making it their own, that was totally cool to see,
The progressions of everything, especially when they start out so young and they're talented at that youth.
Right.
Then you get to see the physical maturities of their ability to play their instrument better rather than just the knowledge. And they've already almost perfecting things at such a young age that they become these savants. If you're not, I guess you could put it that way, but just geniuses in their own right. That might be a heavy word, but I mean, they just are more developed and get better at a younger age. To me, that's amazing. I can't get over that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right. Well, like with the warning, with the warning, it has to be something about all coming from the same mom or the same parents. They got that
fabulous
that sibling synergy. And there's something to be said to it. Look at some of the best bands. Van Halen, Allman Brothers.
And with Band-Maid, their inspiration is really cool too, because it's just, I think they just wanted to start something and just found the right people and fit. That's kind of hard. I mean, that's kind of hard to find people to that musicianship.
Right.
That don't step on each other's toes. I know I got sidetracked, but I'm thinking about their talent too. But a lot of times, you got that one that shines, but they're all well-rounded and not, they don't get in each other's way. So they have a kind of a family knit there, I think.
Right. Everyone knows their role, and that's not in a negative way. Like
respect.
Saying in that documentary when Misa plays bass during a guitar solo, that's not an insult. It just heightens the whole thing.
Right. It makes the other one want to play better,
Right?
The dueling on the stage, yeah.
And to me, it's very call recall from like the blues guys,
Yeah.
So it's just a modern take on it, and it's brilliant. It's what are they going to do now? That's always my thing when I see them. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then I'll see something new pop up, and I think it's new to me. It's like, oh no, they did that a long time ago. They re-released it, and then I'm going like, oh,
right.
Sorry, my bad.
Right.
Well, I mean, honestly, the amount of material that's out there too is pretty. I mean, it impresses me. So it's easy to do. You know what I mean? You're not alone in that. So
right.
Yeah, a lot of it's hard to shine because of that, but you can also control some of your path because of the what's afforded to you as far as being seen without a record company pushing you. You can go independent. Right. My nephew went independent, and that's how he makes his money, and he's a musician, so solely on YouTube, and his music's copyright free. But so that's just how people can do it if it's done correctly.
Yeah,
and they
need
to get exposure. It's cool that we can have a forum like this that hopefully reaches people. Because a lot of times I'm upset. Like they should. I don't know why I take it personally. I'm like, you guys, they should be out there more.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everywhere I go, hey, you ever hear this band? They're like, what band? I'm like, you got to listen to Band-Maid. Like, there's nothing like it, And then, when we started, because usually when we would react to song, we were just doing different bands. We still do different bands, and anything guitar based basically was kind of our rule. And then I'd start, I'm like, okay, Jason, we're doing some tuning. He goes, and I'm like, yeah, we got another bandmate. He's like, oh, going back to the trough, huh? I'm like, hey, people like it,
Right.
If they like it, give them what they like,
Yeah.
And you got to keep it going at some point because when the new stuff comes out, there's still a buzz, and then it just becomes simplified. Yeah, it gets bigger.
Yeah, and basically what we've tried to recreate is like, when we were kids, teenagers going to the music store in the import section on a Friday night. That's what we try to, that kind of vibe. And the reason why, then the fans would like write, 17 paragraph dissertations on band. And I was like, oh my God, like I haven't seen a fan base that, I thought that was great. I'm like, wow.
It's safe to say there's a lot of passionate people out there.
Yeah, and that's great to see,
with
especially
a lot of very good information.
Right. And they're good energy, and like the world kind of went through a couple, some shitty stuff lately, and people are, it's a great band at the right time.
Yeah.
They have that catalog of material where they can come and just headline and be ready to go. They just gotta, let it be known.
Their live is good. Their engagements. I love the different things they do in between sets. Or in between songs. Homogenized time, all that kind of stuff. I got a kick out of doing those for a while just to see how individually they treat wherever they go. It's like they get their own little attention.
Yeah. And so how many, I think we've covered, Michael said 28, and then we did like maybe 3 more after that. So we might be at 31 Band-Maid videos.
Yeah, something like that.
Band-Maid reactions, something like that. And there's still more and more and more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just unbelievable.
And there's a lot of there's stuff that I don't mind doing the same song if I can see it 3 different times, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
Still the same song, but if they're performing differently, obviously they're going to be because it's somewhere different. But you might get something special out of that performance that maybe you didn't get somewhere else.
Oh, absolutely.
Because they set it up that way, or it might have been a birthday or something.
And I can totally see Band-Maid being like the type of band that, as far as followers, like the Grateful Dead had.
Yes.
Like, oh, this performance is from Portugal.
Yeah.
On the 3rd night of September, 2044. And they'll know. And the yellow stage or the white stage, the yellow stage.
Yeah.
So Michael Mintz said we've done 33, Vince.
33.
Yeah.
That's Michael Mintz, the historian here at Creativity Talk.
And Rick Glender7 said, Rick, I loved all your Band-Maid fan cam reactions.
Oh, so the fan cams, because someone reached out and said, "Don't be afraid to do the fan cam." It was another, it's something else I reacted to, but it's you never know what someone's gonna like or what they're not gonna like. I may enjoy it, and they're like, "Oh, you got the worst one," and I'm like, "Okay, give me a better one. I'll do it." That's
right. Yeah.
But I found enjoyment in it. And fan cams, it came up the other day or just recently that apparently some people really like the fan cams.
Okay.
So like the Homogenite time, what I was speaking of was all fan cam stuff, and that's set up for Band-Maid for Life. He helped me out with a lot of that stuff. He's got a ton of things that I could get from him. But he was a good supporter of all the stuff that I was able to do reactions on.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean the Band-Maid fans are. I mean they helped build. We were just doing our thing, and then all of a sudden, like, oh, here's a nice, cool community that's like stress free. No one's yelling.
No.
Everyone's totally cool. I mean, literally and then you see the interaction. And what was really funny is when some fans from another band we won't name may have started to troll, because trolls
Yeah.
and these guys just, washed them out.
Yeah, there's no reason for it either. I don't know why people have to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like literally, some people literally stop their day.
Yeah.
To complain to someone they've never met.
To make time for that, yeah.
Yeah.
It could be
or to tell us how old or stupid we are too,
I'll accept some of that, just to give them a piece of whatever. It's like, all right, if you want to call me that, that's fine.
Right.
That's the best you got.
Like one of the best ones. They're bitching out me and Jason about something, because when we do a reaction, we don't listen to it first. I listen to like maybe 2 seconds, and if I like it, it goes on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to do anything that I don't like, because why spread anything that's not good in your eye? Not going to put anything bad,
I've mentioned that to my wife and stuff like that before, because you never see negative ones. I go, well, if they're doing what I do, and I've only been doing this for about 8 months. I've done reactions where I've kind of went through it, and then I watch it back, and I'm like, you know what, I really didn't like that, and it didn't come through, so I just didn't put it up. But if like you said, I do the same thing. I go in cold turkey most of the time. Sometimes I'll give it a look, because some of the stuff I react to is a little bit risky as far as what can be put up.
Yeah.
I already have a strike from one I put up that I thought was fine, but never mind. That's my problem. But anyways, now I lost my train of thought. But I just try to what path was I going down, folks? I'm sorry about that.
We're talking about not going negative. And you're talking.
Oh, yeah. So I don't put that kind of stuff up. I'll look at it cold turkey, like you said you do. And I'll know right away if I like it. And if sometimes I'll stop it like you did and just won't put it up.
Yeah, and it's just funny, and people will stop and complain. So this one guy was just railing on me and Jason. We thought it was hilarious. And so when we don't have guests on Saturday night show, it is now the troll named Washed Up Geniuses.
Is that what we are?
So I think it's hilarious, We're like, oh yeah, we should name the show that. Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, and on that note of on negativity, I write album reviews for Metal Temple, and I'll get some bands come across that I got a review that I think are terrible, and I find it hard to like rip them, because they're still doing something I would love to do. And they're still talented musicians. They're just not in my realm of, music. And it's hard to like rip them.
Yeah.
I try to put a positive spin on it if I can. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not good. I'm not a Stone. And I'm not a Rolling Stones fan at all. I've never been a Rolling Stones fan. But how do you argue with their success and what they've done? So for me to say the Rolling Stones suck, that's just because I don't like them. That doesn't mean 9 million other people don't love them. So you have to put it all in the perspective that they're still doing something. they're still talented. They're still up there doing what they're doing.
So that's a healthy perspective. So that's what you would write then. You not necessarily what the music gives you pleasure wise, but maybe what they do gives you pleasure because of their technical capabilities or their expertise at their instrument and what they come up with. Because I'm not a big fan of country, but I can understand why it's popular and I can see what's good and what's not good, but I don't go out and listen to it actively.
Right.
Yeah, and I don't think one of us here is a Taylor Swift fan, but you can't argue with what she's done, and she's a billionaire because of what she's done. You can't say she sucks because she's a billionaire and she's
proven a billion times over, quite literally, because she's a billionaire that we're wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's good for the record business if someone's selling on that level, no matter what it is. That's good for everybody.
Yeah. But that's what I kind of see. That's what I don't know, like the technical part. So I have to kind of like find what little things that give me pleasure in it, like you were talking about. Is there a guitar riff particular? Is the drummer just exceptional, and I can focus in on that? Sometimes the lyrics are not really that thought out, but I'm not the lyricist or the songwriter, so maybe I don't understand it well enough. So, I just keep an open mind as far as that stuff goes and just try to talk about what I think I know about because I don't know about much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that old song, Mana Mana. Didn't matter what the lyrics were. Then that one guy in Italy, he had like a #1 hit song or something because he did a song that had like American-like sounds and people thought it was English and, it went to #1 and, that's pretty damn funny.
That's a possible thing to do.
Let's see here. All right. I love that Misa is the goofiest of them because she seems so serious when playing. She's in the zone like Mean Show gets. Yeah, she's intense when she plays. That's for sure.
I see that in all of them. And that's what I love about their solos because they're very good at what they do, and I can't follow them that well, but appreciate what I'm hearing.
Yeah. Let's see. All right.
Roger Chance said, "Can we get a reaction?"
Working on it now, buddy.
Oh, sorry, Roger.
ATL said, "Send a good one with some Misa magic to the Discord."
That's how I'm grabbing it now. And, don't you tell me, right?
Probably, right? I'm trying to go back a little bit and see if that was.
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, doing this on the fly. We normally didn't do live reactions like on the fly, so it's kind of a new thing for us. But we're getting a little better at it. Usually like to be a little bit more polished when I don't edit something. You know what I mean? People are like, "Oh, how much time do you spend editing?" None. But
so I'm not the only one then. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you see a hard edit in there, then I did something wrong.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we've edited anything.
Big Al says there's a video of Misa practicing Protect You. She wears that neck out.
Nice. Yeah, we're limited to the amount of tunes we can do here because they've been removing the shows, so there's can't have a lot of that going on.
Oh, okay.
We can do a few. So how's it been going with you trying to like with the right stuff, like covering stuff? Like it's funny what gets kicked back and what doesn't. Don't you find that weird?
I find it highly suspect in many cases.
Yeah.
Because the one strike I got was I've seen it play on YouTube. So I'm like, I didn't, and I even still did some partial blurring. I say that in quotes because it was enough, I think, but they didn't see it that way. But as far as like in general, I'm still learning. When I first started doing it, I didn't know exactly how you can dispute it. And then I got that down to kind of like a good rhythm. And a reasonable amount, I get consideration. A reasonable amount go to 30 days, and a reasonable amount get thrown back and said, no, we're not gonna do it. Now uploading, I can upload a reaction, and it goes through no restrictions.
Yeah.
And then something I want to change or whatever, so I take it down before I publicly do it, and then go in and edit or put something in that I forgot, re-upload it, and it's got a copyright.
Yeah.
I'm like, really? I go, I don't get that.
Yeah.
So maybe it's because I did it in CapCut or something else that or whatever the program I'm using, maybe it stamped it somehow and they can see that. But I try to find workarounds. Sometimes it's muddied and I'm not happy with it, but some people won't like it. Some people will, and I just kind of gauge it and see if I do that again, if it's worth it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I just wait out the 30 days because I know I'm getting to know the copyright people, the ones that own copyright, and who's accommodating and who's not so accommodating.
Right.
So I try to, like, if I see it's one copyright one, I'm just like, nah, it's never going to go through. Then I kind of accept my consequences. The other ones, I know we'll let it run 30 days. So I just go, okay, I'll just put it up. I'll win the dispute.
Right.
More than likely. Till once I did have one band shut me down. Like I was going for like 4 months without any issues, and then all of a sudden they started copyrighting everything. I know it wasn't me personally, but they were probably doing that to me.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to say the least. But
if I learn anything, I'll be happy to share it. If there's something I know that works terribly well for me, the verbiage is what I always try to get right in any dispute I do.
Yeah. Yeah, just interesting what gets kicked back, you know.
Yeah, I don't understand it sometimes. One time one was language. They limited what was happening because of the language part of it, and so what I did is I just, instead of when I redid it, I checked a different box. I just checked the language that said it was still green for ads, and it went right. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I've done that. Yeah. All right.
I'm getting into like all the little minutia stuff, so I apologize for that.
No problem.
I tend to be a talkative person as I get more comfortable, and so I don't want to take up the show. I'm still kind of nervous. I don't even know like exactly how it's going and stuff. So.
Oh, you're doing great, man. So now we're gonna do a reaction live.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Man, everything's tied up in a bow. You know, it's a big song, but everything's like very tied up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Very much so. Absolutely.
And that rolling bass. Gotta love it. Man, those audiences are loving that.
Yeah.
And, their stagecraft is really good. And they totally, absolutely have the audience right in their hands.
Right where they want them.
This is why I like when venues are a little bit smaller and stuff like that, that you get all that kind of energy in just a small
Yeah.
area.
Right.
Yeah. Arena shows, but 5 to 10,000 people packed.
Ideal.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Man, what a great break. I mean, even everything, the drums, even too,
Oh.
just the way it's all playing together.
That's what we were talking about. Like when they kind of battle like that, they play off each other very well.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. Oh yeah. Unbelievable, man.
That's powerful. That's
when
powerful.
she was in that guitar solo, it sounds anthem-like the way she's got the sound coming out of it. Very kind of like, I just felt like it was filling up an arena. That was a great guitar solo. The battle was awesome.
Oh, unbelievable. And a lot going on, but it was still breathing. And then the second part of it was even better,
Well, the breaks that they took are, I think, essential. Like you were saying, they let it breathe. They didn't have to like bring any kind of like soft interlude. They just kind of cut it and then came back in.
Yeah, and their songwriting is, they're just great. It still blows my mind because there hasn't been a filler song that I've heard. You know what I mean?
I mean, there's probably songs you could call filler, but would just be as good as any other song.
Right. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not like, oh, we need one, It's not like they're lacking. And all, of course, trained musicians. And, I was getting a kick out of having the Jim Beam on Misa's top of her bass stack.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
She likes a little adult beverage now and again,
Uh-huh. So do you cover what other types of, do you cover all types of music, or what do you do on your channel?
Many types. From all around the world. And mainly it's just because requests. I'm not opposed to anything. So if somebody gives me something, then I'll listen to it, because I can enjoy. It's going back to what you were saying about writing, about a band maybe you don't care about so much or what they're doing. It's just it's like, what can I get out of to appreciate from this? Like what can I find in this that I can relate to, or at least have a moment with? So I get. I mean, it's heavy rock. What did I grow up on? I grew up in the 80s music scene. So pick a hair band. I've heard it, seen it, and then through the 90s and stuff. So, what I do now is like a lot of that. It'll be heavy metal. It'll be rock. It'll be things like band styles like Nine Inch Nails that have those type of sounds. I don't know the musical genre they call them these days. There's always this prog rock or another type of rock.
Right.
Dude,
there's too many sub categories.
Yeah, and I know what I like, so I can listen to anything and I react to anything. Shoot, I just put up something the other day there's an eagle that's in Big Bear where I live that just hatched eggs, so I did a reaction to that.
Oh, right.
So I'll do anything.
You live in Big Bear, Cali?
I'm in LA. So I'm close to it. Yeah, close enough to where the fires were not in burning near me, but close enough to me. Yeah. So you're talking like 15, 16, 20 miles from me, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I lived in LA for 10 years.
But yeah, I mean, opera. I mean, can I name names on here? Because I mean, people. Okay, I mean, I do a lot of Rammstein. I do Dimash. I do Diana Ankudinova. A lot of Russian, Indian, or Indonesian. A ton of Indonesian. Their fan base is crazy. But yeah, a bunch of different stuff. I've found a
great.
niche.
Yeah, we do international stuff, so we'll cover like the Who, and Bloodywood, all types of, and it's on.
Bloodywood, I've heard that one.
And then Ninja Naisu, if you haven't covered those guys, oh my God, that band is insane.
Nightwish was the one that I was doing for a while too.
Nightwish.
What was the last one you just said?
Ninja Naisu. Yeah, it's 3-piece.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Been around since the 80s. I mean,
they just put out their like 24th album. When we tripped across it, and I was like, Jason, I'm like, listen to this, and
it's so good.
And like they're, they each are in character. There's 3 guys. One's like a Buddhist monk. One's a Yakuza, and the other one is a farmer or peasant farming. Okay. And that's the roles that they play in the band.
Interesting.
And they're dudes like our age, and it's like like heavier than Metallica. Just, I mean, the riffs were like, oh my God. And there's like 7 songs within a song, and you're like, the musicianship is unbelievable.
Oh, yeah, you gotta check them out.
You would say, someone's got to send me that one. A good one to do it.
Well, like Bro 555 said, I agree. Heartless Scat. That's a great tune. That'd be a good one to dive into first.
Heartless Scat. These are interesting times for me in music, doing this kind of stuff, because I'm coming across stuff that I'm just like,
oh yeah,
who are these people, and how would they be heard otherwise?
Right. Yeah.
If it wasn't for the internet, and a lot of heavy rock coming out of very unusual, or places that I wouldn't expect. I shouldn't say unusual, but improbable in my opinion. I didn't see that coming from a mile away.
Right.
And they're heavy. I mean, heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, go ahead, Jason.
ATL said he sent you another one on the Discord. Clang live with a battle.
Tap battle. All right.
That one's crazy. Yeah, I'll try anything. And if I might listen to something that if I did it once on here and nobody liked it, then I'll listen to it on my own.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
You guys been doing all this long, individually or together?
Vincent,
this channel for the live, you've been doing that a long
Yeah,
time,
this is we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary.
Yeah.
Year 3 just started, or year 3. But we did it a year before that, audio, and then kind of trying to figure out what it was. And then, I basically I wanted to cover all types of, like, comic books, movies, television, books, anything creative. And then it just kept on going. And you just change where the people that are tuning in, and you just stick to what the people are tuning in to do.
Figuring that out. And you do get pulled unintentionally into certain directions.
Oh yeah, for sure. And that's fine. You know what I mean?
No, I enjoy it actually. But then, I just don't want to get tunneled
right.
into what so like, don't forget about this and don't forget about that, and write things down, which I don't do very well. But and then what about individually? You guys been reacting individually for a long time, I should say?
No, we just basically started reacting maybe a year ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. But we were just have like conversation, and me and Jason and Rob, who was our other me and Jason were college roommates.
Okay.
So and our other college roommate, Rob, and he would be on here, and then basically it started out as an excuse for us to hang out and drink. And then basically put it on YouTube,
Actually, Rick, when they say college roommates, they mean cellmates, but that's just the way it's nice,
How about you can learn anything anywhere?
Right.
Absolutely.
Even if it's making license plates, right?
Right.
Yeah, that counts, right?
Did you got about Band-Maid? Did they swoop you up like they swooped me up, or did you kind of fall into them?
Oh, Band-Maid?
You're learning of them, yeah. Because I think I got swooped up. There was a lot of fans that found me through another band as a reactor and wanted to share the band with me, which I thought was great. Did they do the same for you?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good fan base. That's what I mean.
Yeah, and Michael Mintz, our historian, actually went back and found the episode, and that's pretty fun. There's a lot to go through, but
yeah, and we kept trying to pin it on Roger, and he wouldn't take the blame. So
yeah,
it
wasn't me. It wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it.
First reaction I do, and I mention his name, and they all came out of the woodwork. Roger, Roger.
It's like, caw-caw!
Yeah, I know.
Roger, caw-caw! Thank you, buddy.
Quite impressive. Yeah, thank you.
Good dude, man. Absolutely. Okay, let's see what we have here. Where did it go? Hold on a second. So how did you decide to start doing reaction?
That's quite a story. I've always seen reactors and watched it and was kind of captivated by other people's enjoyment of a song or whatever they had to contribute.
Yeah.
So I found that to be enjoyable. Had something happen to me December of 2022. Was it 2022 or October? It was October. And I was unable. Well, up to this point, I haven't been working because of it, and was trying to find a hobby or something I can do. And since I enjoyed doing watching them and stuff like that, I'm figuring, you know what? I probably, if I had the right setup, I could probably do something like that and try it out and see if I can make anything of it. So that was May of last year. And I've been doing it since then, just kind of trying to grow it and see what happens. It's quite enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie, it's fun to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, And then during the and then when we're not doing reaction videos, we interview the people who make the music, and then they'll come on and react with their new material.
Really?
And so we break it down with the band, and it's pretty cool, and people have dug that. I'm like, okay, that's a good thing to be known for,
Heck
but
yeah.
It's been cool, man. We've had a lot of great guests, and like the Band-Maid fans. I mean, they're, it's coming from a big city. Once they got you back, they got you back.
That's why a good fan base, and not a pretentious one. which is good.
Oh, not at all.
Yeah.
And fun to hang out with.
Because you can have that. You can have those people that are a little too good of a fan that anything you do is never good enough, no matter how you react.
Right.
There is no other artist in this world. How dare you betray the one that you've been reacting to that I've been enjoying? No, we're not in a relationship with this.
Right.
Yeah. Next thing you know, what you doing, Mr. Man?
Yeah, exactly. This is more of a polygamous type of thing and not a monogamous type of thing.
Right. Yeah. It is a show.
Yeah.
But all right, here we go. There we go. Oh, hell yeah.
That is so Van Halen like right there, isn't it?
It is.
You
Hot
just
for,
see
it's hot for teacher.
Eddie and Michael doing something like that.
Absolutely.
It's hot for teacher, the intro.
Yeah.
They do have that in there.
Absolutely.
I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, if you went to this show, you left deaf.
Yeah.
Absolutely. With the sound right in your face, man. Awesome. Yeah, I dare anyone to accuse them of playing a track.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Good luck. That is just badass. Unbelievable, man. Right on.
Very good.
Cool. So that was the last video of the evening. But Rick, thank you very much. And what did you think of that song?
Loved it. Again, the Van Halen was exactly what I'm saying. It's hot for teacher is what I think it is. But see, that goes back to what we started with in the beginning when I first came on, was like how they're using older music. Now, I don't know if they did it purposely, but how it does have that influence and carry
right.
forward.
Oh, for
So
sure.
you're talking like.
Well, I mean, it's a jazz beat, you know.
Yeah,
so.
and it had the same tempo, everything about exactly.
Yeah.
It's amazing how a lot of this stuff is all intertwined, all the music types and stuff. But this was a different experience for me to check off on a bucket list as far as doing this with you guys.
Well, right on, man. Well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, let's talk off air and exchange information and stuff. And
okay.
All right. Thank you, everybody, to join the second MAIDSTREAM. We'll see you next month on the first Saturday when we go down the rabbit hole of everything Band-Maid. All right. Love you, my brothers. Have a good one. Have a good one, everybody. Michael Mintz, Roger, ATL,
all y'all,
Big Al, everybody. Thank you. All right, and we'll see you guys next time. And so go see local music, go buy local music, but most of all,
keep listening.
There you go. We'll see you next time.